Good morning, everyone. Good morning, the whole entire school bus industry. Good morning, 5 boroughs who were plenty of escort drivers, mechanic, dispatchers, delegate, management are in the school bus industry, serving the school bus industry in New York City. Guys, I'm sorry, I'm telling you, I am on the street. If you hear a lot of noise, it's because I am on the street and I don't have no choice to be on the street to bring you those information. Today we were in Facebook, but the signal where I'm at keep cutting up because of noise or because of airplane interference on top of me, because you could see I'm inside the school bus. We've been telling people in the school bus industry we have so many problems, and those problems they're getting more aggravated, they're getting more update, and they're getting more and more problems. We all know in Pioneer School Bus industry we have a situation that's going on. It's between our board union and those owners out there. Some owners, it's not all of owners. Our owners do something that's not legal, it's illegal, where we pick certain route and we start working, he start paying, and he stopped paying half of those routes. And the way he does it, if you used to work for 4 hours, he pay you 2 hours. If you used to pay 8 hours, he pay you 4 hours. So he has people covering route for him. They doing like 40 more hours on top of 40 hours they make. He choose to pay them like 20 hours, not 80 hours. A lot of people making effort. There is no overtime in the school bus industry. That's the way they could make money. He cut them off. He cut them off. There is so many reasons he cut them off. But workers work, drivers work, escort work. They have to pay them. He has to pay them. Because of the shortage, we're trying to help. But the helping we giving, we're helping, so we need to get paid in full. Of course, he does not have an agreement with you to pay you in full, but at the same way too, I do not have an agreement signed with him for him to not paying me the full. You see, right there, it's something that's going to be taken in court, and he has to pay. And there is certain words when you go in court, they might be using. There will be no court. Those kind of cases, they don't take them in court. They will take them in court if it's getting more serious, and they will take it in front of the jury, and the jury have to decide, and the court have to decide. So they will take it to something called arbitration. 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 What is arbitration? What is arbitration? Arbitration is a procedure in which a dispute is submitted by agreement of the parties to one or more arbitrators who make a binding decision on the dispute. What I'm going to come with it right away. Do we have a binding? Do we have a binding when these guys say, hey, come on guys, cover those routes for me, I pay you 8 for that, I pay you 4 for that. Do we have a bid? We don't know if we do not have them between him and our board union. But I think we didn't have nothing. Because why we didn't have nothing? Because we start doing it for 8 hours. Do we have a bending saying, okay, they're going to start doing it with 8 hours pay or 4 hours pay, and at the middle or certain thing? We didn't have no such thing, no agreement. So that means he can't do that. He is going to have to pay. That's why we go into arbitrations. And I do explain you what arbitration is. But there is certain words inside there. Bending. What is bending? Bending is an agreement or promise involving an obligation that cannot be broken. Bending. Bending is an agreement, bending agreement or promise involving an obligation that cannot be broken. We didn't have none of that. Yes or no? We did? No. Guys, let me tell you something. You see what I'm trying to explain you? It is my job because I'm a part of school bus workers. I'm a part of 1181 union. But the union themselves are delegate. Those sharp stewards who out there knocking their chest anytime somebody asks them certain thing. Okay, let's go straight, guys, because I'm trying to be short. I explain you what bending mean inside. Bending mean you didn't sign anything. There is no such agreement. There is no bending riding up from an attorney, ex-attorney, or ex-lawyer. Attorney is lawyer, from ex-judges, some judges that's there to decide from a small court. It's not really a big court we're going for arbitration. Nothing such like that happened before. It happened before, but before now with this contract, not yet. Let me jump up to retaliate. Guys, I spoke about retaliate. A lot of you heard about retaliate. It's easy. It's easy for me to get retaliate right there because the boss is on the street. The boss is on the street. I am not supposed to be right there with the boss on the street. The boss is supposed to be in the yard. But they don't say anything for that. But when something happened, bang. That's why I told everybody, you finish working, take this bus, put it in the yard. Don't leave it on the street. Anything happen, they're going to use it against you, including me. They could be retaliate me because I'm the one that's open eyes. You do not understand. You see, that's mean I'm a brave soldier to do that. Of course, where I'm at, there is nothing. I'm just sitting there and do the show. Anything. I'm not talking. Of course, I'm talking about the company that's taking people money, that's stealing people money. But I'm not going to say stealing because once he return it, he will feel like, okay, I'm sorry, I didn't know if I cannot do that. Okay. Let's go. We go with Biden. We go with retaliate. Arbitrators. It's two things. Then you go into arbitrator. You go into an arbitrations. When you go to the arbitrations, inside you're going to see arbitrator. What are they, those people? Those people, in generally, they neutral. They are neutral, some neutral third party who listening to undecided dispute. Dispute is something two parties are arguing, or you said I'm not supposed to pay you, I said you pay me, or you're supposed to pay me. That's the way it's going to be. Dispute. There's a dispute between opposite side, opposite parties. They are often those people they call arbitrators. They often ex-attorney or attorney, businessmen, professional or retired judges with experience in the specific area. I explained before, we went to an arbitrations when we have the strike and those owners cut our salary in half. So we went to the arbitration, we win. When we win that arbitration and they make them to pay us. Even they take a long time to pay, and they say this week, next week, they're still making money on our money they cut. and they pay us, but they charge us a lot of taxes. So those words, guys, you have to know them. Grievance. Let's go for grievance. Grievance, if a real or imagined words or other cause for complaint or protest, especially unfair treatment. A grievance is a kind of form they have. So many where they have people working, but usually it's your union who provide you this form. You find this form in the shop steward office to put a grievance for something that's unfair. That means they cutting your money, it's unfair. So if the union itself do something to you, you could ask for a grievance to file a complaint at a labor board. It's the same way you could file a grievance, you could file a grievance. Just now, grievance. It's Grievance. 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 A real or imagined words or order cause for complaint or protest, especially unfair treatment. Guys, if you want to make the worst enemy in the school bus industry, go to a shop store and say, please, let me have a grievance form. The first thing that's going to come on his mouth, what you going to do with it? And if you have a chance said, that's none of your business, give me a grievance, please. You might not have this grievance. And you might say, okay, I don't have this form there. Or, okay, I go and get it to the union. Or I have them fax it for me. And he play you. And boom. But if you have a grievance file, there is a way you should do it. You file a grievance against your company, or you file a grievance against your shop steward, or a delegate, or the whole entire board union. First of all, you have to give it to the shop steward. When you give it to the shop steward have to handle it to the union. The union might play and not send it back to you. If they do not send it back to you, that's a malpractice. They have to return it to you. But you don't have to go all of those problems. You call directly National Labor Board and you tell them you would like to put a complaint. They're going to say, did you talk? Do you have a union? Yes. Do you spoke about the union already? Yes. What did they say? They said they cannot help me. They said they cannot help me. If you said no, they're going to say, go back to the union and come back to us. Right away, you say, no, they cannot help me. And you put the grievance. The owner have us working, and this is. But the very important point is you work. When you go to the arbitrations, you're going to have to show proof. What is the proof they're going to ask? Your checks, your sous check, when you work, what time you work, what time you're supposed to be there, and you're going to have to show them the double work you do, paper that you sign, make a copy, keep them to give it to the union. Give them to the union. I heard the union calling guys on the radio today for people who they send out there as an escort. Some driver, you get paid only 2 hours to contact them. You see, those kind of money they making in the school bus industry. There is so many things, guys, you could learn between us. Let me see if I spoke about arbitrators. I spoke about grievance. I spoke about retaliate. I spoke about arbitrations. And what else I don't speak about? I speak about so many things, guys. You have to understand in the school bus industry. We have to get together in the school bus industry. Guys are always giving my number. I don't know that much in the school bus industry, but I spoke to several people and they explained me exactly what could be happening. Those guys, they're going to play a lot of trick. People discovering you walking like a horse. It's because they keep up pumping up. There is a situation that came up yesterday in front of me. And you have to understand it. And for so long, I spoke about that on the radio station, and it came up now. Putting 2-3 different schools in the same bus, different age, different medical code. It's very dangerous for the escort and the drivers. I don't know how the company do it. I don't know how both of it doing it. Guys, listen to this. It's very important. Parents, drivers, any civilian out there who's going to see this video, guys. I'm not trying to threat anybody. I'm not trying to threat any company. I'm not trying to either go against the company or the union. But listen to this. In a bus, you have different school in the bus, different grade, different age, different medical code. Like this, I could say, who's going to be responsible if something happens? For example, if you get a kids where that's very hyper. By very hyper, even I know the code, and passing by, getting off the bus, and it just slap somebody else, and 2 teeth come out. When 2 teeth come out, find out different school, different age, different grade, and one of them have medical code. What's going to be happen? Tell me. Me, what I'm going to tell you at the end, this is none of my business in the school bus industry. In the school bus, I will make a report. I will make a report such and such from this school. This boy from this school. They don't put age, but they put different school. When they see this school is a high school, and you're transporting middle school with a high school, even it's your responsibility to split them. But on his way to come out, he punched a little girl. And by the time because I can't touch anything. Hey, so guys, it's a lot in the school bus industry you have to learn, but still come to the school bus industry. Call me for anything and we could share it together. 516-871-7758, Alex Calixte. 516-871-7758. There is 5 or 6 of us in the school bus industry. We're trying to put together something called togetherness by having a picnic in June 28th. It's going to be all over. It's going to be for Haitians. It's going to be for Dominicans. It's going to be for Puerto Ricans. It's going to be for people from Jamaica. It's going to be for people came from Grenada, Trinidad, people from Chinese, people from African. It's going to be for people from America, American people, people from all over. Because we all are group ethnic. We have German people, we have Greek people, we have Italian people in the school bus industry. We should get together. When you get together, we are not fighting any union. We are not fighting any companies. We are not fighting any board of education, anything. But we're trying to get together to help ourselves. Sometimes we have death on our family. Sometimes we have children that sick, a husband, mother, father that's sick. We could go and send a cart. We could go and visit him. We could go to a burial. We could go to a funeral. We could have a visit by carrying flowers, by carrying a cart, or collecting a couple of bucks. Sometimes you be suspended left and right for no reason in the school bus industry. We could supporting you. We could directing you to a lawyer. Okay, we could put our words like I'm doing right there on Facebook to let Board of Education know what you're doing. You wrongly doing it. We know they have a lot of people out there they really don't have good sense to work with children. They don't like children. They're very violent. We understand that, but not everyone are the same. You have to make an investigation before you go and suspending people for a long period of time. People have mortgage, they have cars, they have family, they have kids to taking care. When you suspend them, you acting like an evil board of it. I'm directly stood up with BOE. BOE, you acting like an evil people ever see in the world. When you suspending for people for a long period of time, you claim that they cannot go and collecting unemployment insurance. They cannot go and working at all. What do you expecting them to do? So let me know. Let me know. And most of those people who work in Board of Education, you are American, or you are citizen American, or you came from to a Latino country. You came from to Haiti, you came from Jamaica, you came from all over, even you born here, even you white, but why you have an evil mind? What are you pushing people to do if you suspending them, and especially you suspending them for a long period of time? They are not guilty. You refuse for them to go and work and having some assistance to taking care of their family. You have a evil mind. Evil mind, Lynn. You are Lucifer. I could call you any kind of name. You're devil, because that's the way you act. What those acting is evil devil act, because it's the devil that's cool suspending somebody and put it there, and that person have children, have family to taking care, mortgage, car insurance, and you don't let them go and collecting unemployment insurance. They cannot go and work having a paycheck. What are you telling them? Well, I would like to know, what are you telling them? If I tell you what you send them to do, you're going to tell me I'm a very arrogant guy. I'm very disrespectful. Yes, what are you sending them to do? And once they do it, you're going to say, you not belong to the school bus industry anymore. You're a criminal. Or you're a prostitute. Or you use drugs. Or you are selling yourself to... But you are the one who caused it. You are an evil. But stop doing those. That's why you have to get united, guys. When somebody's suspended for no reason, even they following protocol of board of it, they are still suspended. This is the situation. Imagine an escort. Imagine, don't go by the escort, because if we go and talk about the escort, it's something, guys, is going to be hurt and crying. Imagine a school bus driver who has mortgage and building up a decent place in their country where to live. And they have 2-3 cars. They have 4-5 kids. They paying college, wife, medical, everything. And you suspending them for a long period of time. And you don't want them to work. Come on. If that was you in charge of Board of Education just now, and your boss just suspended you for no reason, anything, what you going to do? Are you going to accepting your boss telling you do not go and collecting unemployment insurance benefits? Do not work at all. You don't have no sources of income coming to helping yourself to eat. What they telling you to do? Tell me what they tell you to do. Guys, I'm leaving you there. So I'm glad to be with you today, but sorry, I cannot go through Facebook. But now I do this video to send it and talk to you. Have a nice weekend, guys.